What's up, guys? Travis with TCustomz Productions, TCustomz.com. Today's video topic, I believe, is one of the most important things that has allowed me to improve my overall music production, from my arrangements to my mixes to getting the tracks ready to be uploaded and licensed out to other recording artists online. More so even than just learning specific techniques and strategies in your software, learning how to automate something or learning how to filter. What I really want to talk about in this video is the importance of studying in depth, studying high quality and high caliber music that truly inspires you as an individual, because we all are different. We all have different opinion and tastes on what kind of music that we like. But once you identify that music, it could just be one song, or maybe it's a producer that pumps out a lot of music that you like, or other artists. But once you identify that, then really digging into that deeper and analyzing those songs, not just listening to them and putting them in your playlist, which that's an important aspect of it as well. Listening to good music, listening to good high quality mixes, that's inherently going to help you in itself if you're just plugged into good music all the time and you're constantly listening to that. But what I want to talk about in this video is digging deeper and actually analyzing that music. I put out some videos in the past on arranging a hip-hop instrumental, which I'll actually link in the description if you guys want more information on that, at least some tips and strategies that I've used over the years to help me arrange and sequence out an instrumental into a song structure. And also I've put out a video prior on basic tips for a better mix. But again, with this, I want to get into more specifics on analyzing music, analyzing an instrumental in particular for the producers, of how to improve your music production, improve your mixes, improve your arrangements, getting the right elements and everything, getting your automation right. I saw an interview online a number of years ago with Brian Michael Cox, and he was actually talking about an R&B project that he was either in the middle of or had just finished up, and kind of talking about how it all came together. And he was talking about that your output, the music that you output, is a direct result of the music that you input, that you take in, that you're listening to. And at the time, he was working on an R&B project, and so what he did is he went back and he was listening to a lot of Jodeci albums, because he was trying to bring like a new age Jodeci feel to this project that he was working on. And so by going back and listening to all that, he's now taking all of that music in currently at the time, and then that's going to be a direct reflection. The production that he's making now is going to be a direct reflection of what he's taking in. Listening to high caliber music is one thing, but then taking it a step further and actually breaking that music down and analyzing it. Many times, if there's a song that I hear and I just really like it for whatever reason, what I'll tend to do is figure out what is it about that track that I really like. Is it the chorus? Is it something in the vocals that is driving me? Is it something in the beat? Is it a combination of both? And then me, from a production standpoint, what I like to do is try to get access to the instrumentals for these songs. And this is kind of what I'm getting into with this video as far as analyzing it from a music production standpoint. I tend to listen to a lot of instrumentals and not just listen to them as I'm doing other things and multitask, but actually put my headphones on, really immerse myself in the music and analyze what is going on. Why do I like this track? How is it arranged? What different elements come in? Where are the transitional points? What are they doing in the bridge of this song? How does it all make sense and make sense in a song structure? And then after I've analyzed that instrumental, I can go back and listen to the full song again and see how the vocals actually work into that song. Some of you guys may have seen this meme out, and it says, you know, how most people listen to music, and it's got like just people out in a party just hanging out. And then it's like how producers listen to music, and it's got the thinking man, right? He's sitting there like analyzing what's going on. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. What is it about the mix that makes this song good? Or did the drums stand out? How are they utilizing the stereo field and panning to really make room for all the elements that make this track interesting? Is there a switch up every 4 bars? Are there certain places where there's certain transitional effects or automation? How are they creating this stuff and making all it happen? If you sit down and you focus all of your energy on it, it's going to be a lot easier for you to comprehend all that. And it's something very subtle. You may not notice it if you're just listening to the music general listen, but when you focus your attention on it, these little subtleties and nuances are going to come out, and they're going to stick out to you more. You're like, okay, this is really what's making this track more interesting. It's what's making it higher quality. How can I take this and improve my music production? So another quick example, I study myself a handful of industry producers that I'm very heavily influenced and inspired by. And so I study, I analyze their music, I analyze the songs, I analyze their instrumentals in particular. And I was listening to an instrumental album or compilation, and I heard this one track, which I'd heard before. There was always something about it that really just kept me listening. And what was even more strange is that there wasn't a lot of variation in the track, the instrumental. It was a 3-minute, 4-minute long instrumental. And typically with something that doesn't have a lot of change ups, after a minute, I get bored with it and I'm like, okay, I understand the concept for the song. But this particular track, there was something about it that kept me listening to it. So 2-3 minutes gone by. Upon first listen, it doesn't seem like there's a lot of change ups or things going on, but it took me digging deeper into this track to really understand why it kept my attention and why I kept listening to it. What I discovered with this particular track, it wasn't a standard 8-bar, 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 8-bar. So when you're talking about song structure, and typically with pop music, with hip hop, you're gonna be dealing in 4 bars here, 8 bars, 16 bars. You might have an 8-bar hook, an 8-bar bridge, or a 16-bar bridge. So you're dealing in even number for the most part. Now this isn't for everything, but in this particular case with a standard hip hop, you're dealing in 8-bar sequences, and there's not really a lot of variation from that for the most part, unless you have some sort of automated intro or you have some automated breakdown or something like that. But what was very interesting about this track is that after 16 bars, there was a 17th bar that was thrown in there that didn't start the new sequence. So there was 8 bars, and then there was a 17th bar thrown in there, and then after that 17th is when it started the new sequence over again. But because the way the sample was chopped, the way the drum pattern was, it blended in very well. But until I actually sat down, put my headphones on, and started counting out the timing on it, I didn't quite understand what was going on here. And so at that 16th bar, I'm anticipating that to start over again, when in reality it actually extended out an additional bar, and that kept my attention. So another 16 bars go by and I'm thinking, what's going on? Okay. And in this particular instance, that odd sequencing and arranging, it made the track unique, and it had a certain replay factor to it. And again, this is just a single example of the kind of nuances that you can pick up on when you really give your full attention and focus and really dissect the instrumental from a technical standpoint, break it down. In this case, I had to actually count the timing to understand that that's what it was about this instrumental that was very interesting and kept me listening to this track. From my experience, having the technical know-how to do the types of effects and techniques that you want in your software is one thing, but then actually knowing how other people in the industry are utilizing those same techniques and strategies to make it sound the way that they make it sound. I think there's a lot to be learned there from studying and analyzing those songs. So my primary recommendation would be to identify those songs that truly inspire you, the ones that you say, hey, I wish I would have made that beat. I wish I would have produced that track. Get the instrumentals if possible and really analyze that from a production standpoint. How did they put this track together? How did the vocals fit in with the track? And that's gonna help you improve your mixes, gonna help you improve your arrangements. It's gonna help you with your production overall. Again, I'll link a couple other videos below on how to arrange hip-hop instrumental and some basic tips for a better mix. But other than that, if you have any other questions, recommendations, suggestions, leave them in the comments below. If you have anything else you want to add to this, please let me know. Feel free. I'll also leave my contact. You guys can reach me on my website through email. Hopefully you can take something away from this. I really hope this will help you to just excel your music production. Just take it to the next level. It's all about improving day after day and taking baby steps sometimes, but it's the little nuances and little things that can really make a tremendous difference in progressing your music production along. So hopefully this helps. If it is, please like and share. And if you got any other questions, feel free to let me know. I will see you guys in the next video. Happy beat making. Peace.